बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। बोलिए श्री वृंदावन विहारी लाल की जय। Jai Jai Sitaram, and a cordial welcome to all who are joining with us here today in the mandir and those who are joining us at home as we engage in this final Sunday in Pitri Paksh in devotion to Shri Krishna Bhagavan on behalf of our departed ancestors. Today is called Sarvapitri Amavasya. It's a very auspicious day to make offerings on behalf of those who have passed on and those who are in the afterlife. Those of us who are here as descendants, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, etc., we have this opportunity to make offerings on behalf of those who have paved the way for us to be who we are today. So those who are taking part in puja today, if you do have flowers, please take a flower in your hand. We clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads, we focus our minds at the feet of Shri Krishna as we do our opening prarthana. Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswatyaye Namaha. Shri Guru Charana Kamale Bhyo Namaha. Om Bhadram Karnivi Shrinuyam Deva Bhadram Pashyimakshibirya Jatraha Sthirairangaistushtavan Sastanubhir Vyashemahi Deva Hitam Yadayuhu. Om Swasti na Indro Bridashravaha Swasti na Pushaha Vishwaveraha Swasti na Stakshurarishtanemi Swasti no Brihaspati Dadhatu. Om Paya Prativyam Paya Ushadeshu Paya Divyantarikshe Payodaha Paya Swati Pradeshaha Santu Mahyam. Om Vishnu Raratamasi Vishnu Snaptristyo Vishnu Syurasi Vishnu Dhruvorasi Vaishnavamasi Vishnave Tvat. Om Agnir Devata Vato Devata Suryo Devata Chandra Devata Vasavo Devata Rudro Devata Dityo Devata Maruto Devata Vishvi Deva Devata Brihaspati Devata Indro Devata Varuno Devata. Om Dhyo Shantihi Antarikshagam Shantihi Prithvihi Shantihi Apah Shantihi Oshraya Shantihi Vanaspataya Shantihi Vishvidevah Shantihi Brahma Shantihi Sarvagam Shantihi Shantirevah Shanti Samah Shantiredhi. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuvat. Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahi Priyanam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahi Nidhinam Tva Nidhipati Gum Havamahi Basumam Aham Jani Garbadhama Tvam Jasi Garbadham. Those who are participating in puja, we all chant our Rashi names in our minds. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Vishnur Vishnur Vishnu Namah Paramatmane Shri Puran Purushottam Adya Shri Brahmanoni Dvitya Paradhe Shri Shveta Varaha Kalpe Vaivasvat Manvantare Ashta Vinashati Tame Kalyuge Kali Prathama Charane Bhuloke Jambudvipe Kanada Varshis Kabro Grami Baudhavatare Shubhama Se Shubha Pakshe Shubha Tithi Amuka Namasya Mukha Gotrama Namaham Daihika Daivika Bhautika Taptraya Iti Shri Krishna Bhagavan Shri Mahavishnu Bhagavan Havan Pujanam Shankalpam Karishye Shri Pitri Devta Havan Sankalpam Karishye. Offer the flower. We do Pavitra, purification. We sprinkle the water around our altar area 3 times. ॐ अपवित्रः पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थाङ्गतोऽपि वा यस्मरित्पुण्डरीकाक्षं सबाह्यभ्यन्तरं शुचि ॐ श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु. We bow down to altar 3 times. ॐ क्षमाश्व मे परस्पर्शं क्षमाशिले परात्परे रामकृष्णादिकानन्त्वं माता पृथिवी नमस्तुते. We bow to the ground, we take our seats. ॐ पृथिवी त्वया धृता लोका देवी त्वं विष्णुना धृता त्वं च धारयामां नित्यं पवित्रं कुरु चासनम् इति हि आसनं समर्पयामि. प्रेम से आसन लीजिए. Please have your seats. So before we engage in our offerings, those who are performing puja, we please do purification of ourselves. So take some water, place in your hands and rinse your hands. Om Shri Hasta Prakshalanam Samarpayami. Take in your right hand, sip. Om Shri Keshavaya Namaha. Again. Om Shri Narayanaya Namaha. Once more. Om Shri Madhavaya Namaha. Now rinse your hands and pass it overhead. Om Raghavaya Namaha. Dry up your hands now. If you have flowers, you take a flower in your hand. We offer obeisance to Panch Mahadevata as we engage their blessings this morning before we begin. Harihi Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kuru Me Deva सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. ओम विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय सुरप्रियाय लंबोदराय सकलाय जगर्हिताय नागननाय श्रुति यज्ञ विभूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते. ओम सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबिके गौरी नारायणी नमस्तुते. जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमस्तुते. ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रा प्रचोदयात्. कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि. ॐ नमः शिवाय. ॐ आदिदेव नमस्तुभ्यं प्रसीदा मम भास्कर दिवाकर नमस्तुभ्यं प्रभाकर नमस्तुते. ओम भास्कराय विद्महे दिवाकराय धीमहि तन्ना सूर्य प्रचोदयात्. शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णो भवभयहरणं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्. ॐ नमो नारायणाय. ॐ नमो नारायणाय. ॐ नमो नारायणाय. बोली श्री पांच महादेवता की जय। So this time also we take a flower in our hand. We focus upon Shri Krishna Bhagavan, our minds, as we invoke that presence of the Lord, as we understand He is that Paramatma, that Supreme Atma, and He is the protector of those who have lost this human form, this human body, who are now traveling into the afterlife. We ask that Lord today to protect, to keep safe those loved ones who have gone to the beyond from this mortal world. Hari Om. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranat Kleshanashaya Shri Govindaye Namo Namaha. Om Govindam Gokulanandam Gopalam Gopivallabham Govardhanodharam Dhiram Tam Vande Gomati Priyam. Om He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopikanath Radha Kant Namostute. Om Petambar Padmanabham Padmaksham Purushottamam Pavitram Paramanandam Tam Vande Parameshwaram. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Boli Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. We now begin making our offerings to Shri Krishna Bhagavan. Firstly, we'll offer water. Hari Om Narayanam Namaste Astu Narakarnavatarakam Padyam Grihan Devesh Trailokyam Timirapaham. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Argyam Padyam Snanam Samarpayami. We offer Chandan. Om Shri Khand Chandanang Divyam Gandadhyo Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surashreshtam Chandanang Pratigrihitam. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Chandanang Samarpayami. We offer flower. Om Malkari Sugandheni Malyatare Nivai Prabhu Maihritani Pujartam Pushpani Prati Grihyatam. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Pushpam Samarpayami. We offer essence. Om Gandham Grihan Devesha Deva Deva Dayanidhi Tvameva Jagatam Natistva Tvameva Jagatam Prabhu. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Gandham Samarpayami. We offer deep light arti. Om Sajan Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahnina Yujitam Maya Deepam Grihan Devesh Trailokyam Timirapaham. Bolish Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. If you prepare the Naivedya, Prasad, you can hold it in your hands at this time. Firstly, pass the water around it 3 times. Om Mandakinyastu Yadvari Sarva Papaharam Shubham Tariram Kalapitam Devam Samyagya Achmanyatvam Tvayaiti Achmanyam Samarpayami. You hold in your hands now and you pray in your own words to Shri Krishna Bhagavan as we humbly ask that Lord today to accept this humble offering of love, devotion that we are making unto Him on behalf of our departed ancestors. We humbly ask you, Lord, to shower grace and blessings upon them, wherever they may be at this time. Harihi Om Gritpakvang Havishyanam Payasam Cha Sasharkara Danavidham Cha Naivedyam Shri Krishna Bhagavan Naivedyam Samarpyami. Om Harir Data Harir Bhukta Harir Annam Prajapati Harir Vipra Sharirastu Bhukte Bhojayate Hari. Bolish Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Touch to your murti, touch to your head. Say Shri Krishna Arpanam. If you have flowers, tulsi leaf in your prasad, you can offer it while chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now offer water to Shri Krishna. Om Sarva Papaharam Devam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Chamaya Dattam Grihana Parameshwaram. If there's a dakshina that you have prepared, you can offer it at the feet of Shri Krishna. Om Nakapala Supala Maulavi Vanditangri Yugala Prabhu Hari Dakshinam Prade Shri Krishna Bhagavan Danam Dakshinaya Samarpayami. Boli Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. So as we prepare for Devta Havan, we'll join together for a few moments as we sing praises to Shri Krishna Bhagavan. Very simply, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय बोलिए श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. So now we'll engage in Devta Havan. So those who are participating in this, you can light your fire as we chant this mantra. Hari Om Bhurabhuvasvaha Om Bhurabhuvasvaha Dhayuriva Bhumna Prithvi Varimna Tasya Aste Prithvi Devaya Janim Prishti Yaganim Anadam Anadayadari. Boliye Shri Agni Devta ki Jai. Pass the water on the fire. Om Mandakinyastu Yadavari Sarva Papa Haram Shubham Taridam Kalapitam Devam Samyagya Achmanyatvam Tvayati Achmanyam Samarpayami. We now begin making our offerings at the recitation of Swaha. You can all chant Swaha as we make the offerings together. Om Shri Ganesh Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Om Shri Gauri Mataye Namah Swaha. Shri Shankar Bhagavan Bhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Agni Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Mahalakshmi Mataye Namah Swaha. Shri Mahavishnu Bhagavan Bhyo Namah Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaye Bhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Surya Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Chandra Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Mangal Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Buddha Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Brihaspati Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Shukra Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Shani Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Rahu Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Ketu Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Pranayabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Apanayabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Samanayabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Indriyayabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Udanikayabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Ishta Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Kul Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Sthan Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Gram Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Mata Pita Charan Kamlebhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Panchpal Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Dasdikpal Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Adi Shakti Durga Mataye Namah Swaha. Shri Nau Durga Devibhyo Namah Swaha. Om Aim Saraswati Mataye Namah Swaha. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Bhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan Bhyo Namah Swaha. Om Shri Hanumate Devtabhyo Namah Swaha. We all join together as we chant the Brahm Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhurabhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा महामृत्युंजय मंत्र ॐ त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दनाम मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् स्वाहा ॐ त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दनां मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् स्वाहा ॐ त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दनां मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् स्वाहा. We chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 27 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. 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 Shri Sarvadevata Devyo Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Sarvadevata Devyo Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Sarvadevata Devyo Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Final offering. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Puranat Puranam Mudachyate Puranasya Puranamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Polish Brindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Pass the water around the fire. Om Sarvapapaharam Devam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Chamaya Dattam Grihana Parameshwaram Shri Agni Devta Achmanyam Samarpayami. For those who are taking part in the Pitri Havan, so we should have separate Havan Kun or container to perform this Havan from our Devta Havan. Just take a moment or so to get prepared with this. Firstly, before we engage in this Havan, if you have a flower, please take a flower in your hand. And we offer an humble prayer, prarthana, to the Pitris, those who are passed on. And we ask them today that we are making these offerings in their name. We ask them to be very pleased with these efforts and these offerings that we're making on their behalf, and to give their blessings to the respective families. Hari Om Namo Vahara Vahapitaro Rasaya Namo Vahapitaro Shosaya Namo Vahapitaro Jivaya Namo Vahapitarah Swadhaya Namo Vahapitaro Ghoraya Namo Vahapitaro Manyave Namo Vahapitarah Pitaro Namo Vo Grihanah Pitaro Datsato Vaha Pitaro Dveshamaha. Om Namaste Matah Rasaya Namaste Matah Shoshaya Namaste Matar Jivaya Namaste Mata Swadhaya Namaste Matar Ghoraya Namaste Matar Manyave Namaste Matar Matara Namaste Grihanu Matar Dehi Sataste Matar Deshama. Offer the flower. We now ignite our fire that we are going to be using. After you ignite the fire, rest your hands upon the Havan Kund. Om Samindhate Amartyam Havya Vahe Greta Priyam Saveda Nihitan Nidhin Pitrin Paravato Gatana Om Dyumantastve Dhimahi Dyumantah Sami Dhimahi Dyuman Avah Pitrin Havishe Attave Om Ushantastve Dhimavu Shantah Sami Dhimahi Ushanushata Avah Pitrin Havishe Attave. Bow 3 times. Pass the water around the fire. Om Kravyad Aganaye Namaha Achmanyam Samarpayami. We begin making our offerings of our ghee, black till. If you have full mixture, that is okay. We have about 42 offerings to make, so you know how to budget your offerings. Om Aganaye Kavya Vahanaya Swadha Om Somaya Pitri Mate Swadha Om Yamaya Pitri Mate Swadha Om Swadha Pitribhyah Prithvi Shadbhyah Swadha Om Swadha Pitribhyo Antariksha Sadbhyah Swadha Om Swadha Pitribhyo Divi Shadbhyah Swadha Om Yamaya Swadha Om Dharmarajaya Swadha Om Mrityave Swadha Om Antakaya Swadha Om Vaivasvataya Swadha Om Kalaya Swadha Om Sarvabhutakshayaya Swadha Om Udambaraya Swadha Om Dadhanaya Swadha Om Nilaya Swadha Om Parameshtine Swadha Om Vrikodaraya Swadha Om Chitraya Swadha Om Chitraguptaya Swadha Om Som Sadaha Pitaraya Swadha Om Agnishwataha Pitaraya Swadha Om Barhi Shadaha Pitaraya Swadha Om Somapa Pitaraya Swadha Om Havir Bhujah Pitaraya Swadha Om Ajyapa Pitaraya Swadha Om Sukalin Pitaraya Swadha Om Aryama Pitaraya Swadha Om Vasu Swarupa Pitaraya Swadha Om Rudra Swarupa Pitaraya Swadha Om Aditya Swarupa Pitaraya Swadha. these mantras a little bit longer, so you wait for the Swadha at the end. Om yo mamar pratamo martyanam yah preyaya pratamo lokametam vaivasvatam samgamanam jananam yamam rajanam havisha saparyat swadha. Om ye na pituhu pitaro ye pitamaha ya avivi shururvantariksham akshiyant prithvi mudyam tebhya pitribhyo namasa vidhe swadha. We have about 10 more offerings to do. Om yamaya somah pavate yamaya kriyate havihi yamam hayagyo gachat yagni duto arankritah swadha. Om ye nikhata ye paropta ye dagdha ye choditah sarvansta nagra avah pitrin havishye atave swadha. Om ye te purve paragata apare pitarascha ye temya gritasya kulyaitu shatadhara vyundate swadha. Om prehi prehi pate bhihi puryaner येना ते पूर्वे पितरः परेताः उभो राजनौ स्वधया मदन्तो यमं पश्यामि वरुणं च देवं स्वधा. ओम ये अग्नि दग्धा ये अनग्नि दग्धा मध्ये देवः स्वधया मादयन्ते त्वं तान् वेत यरिते जातवेदः स्वधया यज्ञं स्वधितिं जुषन्तां स्वधा. ओम आयन्तु ना पितरः सोम्यसो अग्निश्वातापतिभिर्देवाय नैः अस्मिन् यज्ञे स्वधया मदन्तो दे ब्रुवन्तु तेवान् त्वस्मात् स्वधा. ओम इदं पितृभ्यो नमो अस्त्वद्य ये पूर्वासो ये अपरास एयु ये पार्थिवे रजस्या निशतये वानुनं सुवृजानाशु दिक्षु स्वधा. ओम यो अग्निः कव्यवाहन पितॄन् वक्षधृता वृदः प्रेदु हव्यानि वोचसि देवेभ्यश्च पितृभ्य आस्वधा. ओम ये समानः समनसः पितरो यमराजे तेषां लोकः स्वधा यज्ञो देवेषु कल्पताम स्वधा. श्री सर्वपितृये स्वधा. श्री सर्वपितृये स्वधा. श्री सर्वपितृये स्वधा. Pass the water around the fire. Om Kravyad Aganaye Ajmanyam Samarpayami. Bow to the fire. Boliye Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. So today's service, devotees, is being sponsored by one of my goddaughter from US, Baltimore, Leela Sunarayan, and she's doing this service on behalf of her father, who was passed on a number of years ago, Uncle Gerald Sunarayan, and these offerings being done on his behalf as well, asking that Supreme Lord to have mercy upon him, to bless him wherever he is at this point in time. At this time, devotees, we will be closing up our service a little bit early today, as I do have a memorial service to conduct this afternoon in Ajax. Someone who's close to our family is passed on and requested that I performed a small service for them. So I have to be there at a certain point in time. So we'll close up our service a little bit early today. We offer this humble bhajan, kirtan at the feet of Shri Krishna on behalf of our departed ancestors. Very, very simple words. We can all join our voices. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol.
जय राधा रमन हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल
Holy Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Devotees, this morning I just want to share a little thought with all of us. There was one time where 4 saints decided to undertake, aspiring saints I should say, decided to undertake a vrat, where they decided to practice Maun for 2 weeks. So they all started with great enthusiasm, energy. They sat down and they were trying to contemplate and maintain that discipline of Maun, or silence. As the night came close, the candle that they had lit at the start of this vrat, it started to flicker and it went out. So the first monk blurted out without thinking, "Oh no, the candle is out." Then the second monk, again without thinking, says, "Why are you speaking? We are supposed to maintain silence." The third monk became very angry and he said, "Why did 2 of you break our vrat, our vow of silence?" And the fourth monk smiled, looked at all of them in a condescending type of way, and he said, "Wow, I'm the only one who hasn't spoken." You understand, devotees? So each of these aspiring saints, they broke their silence, they broke their vrat for a reason. And those reasons are common in the lives of each and every one of us. In our everyday lives, we'll encounter these things in our journey of life. And those things are distraction, judgment, anger, and pride. Distraction, judgment, anger, and pride. So we set our lives on a course and we decide that we are going to follow this course. And what happens, devotees, as in the first monk, he's sitting there trying to observe this vow of silence for 2 weeks, but then he saw the candle was flickering, the candle went going out, forgot the vow, and started to speak. This is distraction. The second one was quick to judge the first monk. Why did you speak? We see this in the world today. Somebody does something, we quick to judge. Why they did this? Why they did that? Why did they say this? Why they behave like this? Etc. We are quick to judge others. The third one became angry at the activities of the previous 2. And he broke his silence as well. So again, devotees, we look at activities and behaviors of others, we become angry because of it. And the fourth one, very proud that he was the last one, but he also broke his vow. That he didn't speak, but out of pride now he spoke. Whoa, I'm the only one. Looking down on others. These are things, devotees, that we face every day in life. Distraction, judgment, anger, pride. Common things that we encounter every day in our lives. This time of Pitri Paksh, many times I encounter devotees telling me, Baba, I really want to do these offerings. People reach out, Baba, please give me the mantras. Please guide me how to do it. And I have no problems. I'm very, very happy to oblige and to give that information of how we can make our offerings on behalf of the departed ancestors. And then there's the other side of the coin where I hear people will say, Baba, my son don't want to do it anymore. My child doesn't want to make these offerings. It's a very simple concept, devotees. It's a very simple concept. Sanatan Dharma gives us an opportunity to give back. There's something put in place, a system put in place for us as children, descendants of those who have paved the way for us. Many times we ask the question, if our forefathers hadn't left India and go to the West Indies and other parts of the world to make a better life, where would we have been today? If our forefathers hadn't made that decision to leave West Indies or wherever we had lived before and to come to Canada and to make a different life, a better life, where would we have been today? To those who have paved the way for us to live the life, to enjoy the life that we are enjoying today. The sacrifices that we have made to bring us up, Sanatan Dharma provides us a system, a way to help in repaying that debt that we have to them. And in my humble opinion, devotees, and this is just an opinion, there should be no excuses that we should make to do something in their name during this time. There should be a joy in our heart to be able to do this for them. In a very joyful way, in a very happy way, we should make these offerings on behalf of the departed ancestors. I ask the question all the time, people say, Baba, if I start making offerings in Pitri Paksha, how to do it every year? It's one of the common questions I get. So I say to the devotee, and those who I've told this to will bear me out. Say, when you were small, your mother or father ever say, I feed you today, I have to feed you tomorrow too? Or I have to feed you next week? How many years they provide for us without question, without thinking. Now, once a year we have opportunity to do for them. Now it becomes hard. Now it becomes difficult. Can we understand? Can we understand this thinking, devotees? Once a year, for a period of 2 weeks, one paksh, we have an opportunity to do for our forefathers when they have done for us so much in our lives. Now it becomes difficult. Now it becomes difficult. So many families today, devotees, are telling me, as a pandit, Baba, my mother passed away, my father passed away. Baba, we could do everything one day. They want to do funeral, they want to do shaving, they want to do shrad, bhandara, everything they want to do one day. Devotees, there's no preparations for this in our scriptures. There's nothing that we can follow, that we can do everything happening on the funeral day. Because what happened, the children don't want to make the sacrifice later. They don't want to make that sacrifice for the 13 days, to make these offerings on behalf of the departed. Devotees, all of these things are there for a reason. There's not luck and chance. Everything is there for a reason. And those who will go into it and learn, understand why. Why do we offer the pindas? Why do we offer 5 pindas on the day of the funeral? 5 pindas are offered, devotees, different junctures, different positions. The last one is offered on the funeral pyre itself. Here in Canada, we have to do a little differently because you don't have that opportunity to go along the way. But these are for that purification of that corpse, of that body, in preparation for the final cremation. The sixth pinda is offered on the day of the collection of the ashes. Then 10 pindas are offered. 10 pindas are offered from the day after the funeral onto the Dasghatra day, onto the shaving day. So these pindas, the word pinda means a body. So these offerings, devotees, are used by that Atma, intellect and mind, to form a new body which it uses to travel. Garud Puran clearly tells us, devotees, that these offerings are not made on behalf of the departed ancestors. Now there's provision. If people feel that, my children wouldn't do for me, there's provision that you can do it for yourself before you pass on. But if these offerings are not made, devotees, these offerings are not made, it is said that that soul does not achieve Pitrilok, doesn't go into Pitrilok, that it stays hovering as a Prit. That all of these things should be offered in order to afford them that journey, that pass into Pitrilok. In the Bhagavad Gita, devotees, Shri Krishna says in chapter 2, shloka number 20, Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuya ajo nityah shashvato yam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Many people ask the question, who am I offering this to? Who am I making these offerings to? Here Shri Krishna says, chapter 2, shlok number 20, says, the soul is never born nor does it die. The Atma. Nor does it become only after being born. Does it become into existence only after being born. For it is ajo. It is unborn. It is eternal. It is everlasting. It is ancient. Even though the body is destroyed, the soul continues to be. Bolish Brindavan Bihari Lal Ke Jai. So this is why I say to devotees, when someone passes on, there's no need for us to grieve. There's no need for us to grieve. That time is to act. That time is to do, to fulfill our responsibilities towards them. Not to grieve. Crying does nothing for them at that point in time. Yes, we will mourn. That is a human, propensity. We will mourn. We will feel sad. We will feel that, that detachment from that person that we have known for so long. And there will be some feeling of sadness, yes. But devotees, there's no need to mourn for them because their existence continues. And if we believe in karma, then it means that our interactions with that individual in this life, we have created karmas with them, isn't it? If I have interactions with my children, am I not creating karmas with my children? So if I'm not performing these actions and dedicating them to God now, my karmas are intertwined with the karmas of my children. So if my children make offerings for me after I pass on, they're helping me to uplift myself. If perhaps I'm reborn again in another life, due to the reactions of those karmas, we'll meet again. We'll meet again in different lives. And what happens? Because I'm uplifted, my situation is better, then I can afford to do better also for those around me. You understand, devotees? It's a full cycle. It's a full cycle that comes around right back to meet us. As such, when that time comes, devotees, those who are listening, please take this to heart. Please take this to heart. Do not go and ask the Baba. Don't go and ask the Pandit, Baba could do everything one day. Devotees, make that sacrifice. Make that sacrifice, make that effort to do what you have to do and do it properly to the best of your ability on behalf of that loved one who has passed on. Boli Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. So devotees, I wouldn't keep you anymore today. We will do our final arti and then we'll close our service today. As I said, I do have to go to this funeral service and as such we'll have to close up a little bit early. So those who are performing arti, please go to your altar, perform your arti. Those who are here at the mandir, let us all stand please as we engage in our final arti this morning. This morning we do Gita Ma Arti. Om Sajang Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahnina Yojitam Maya Deepam Grihan Devesh Trailokyam Timirapaham Hariya Kamal Viharini Sundar Supanite Om Jai Bhagavat Gite Jai Bhagavat Gite Mata Jai Bhagavat Gite Om Jai Bhagavat Gite Mata
Jai Bhagavat Gite
Hariya Kamal Viharini Sundar Supanite Hariya Kamal Viharini
Sundar Supanite
Om Jai Bhagavat Gite
Jai Bhagavat Gite
Karma Sumarma Prakashini Kama Satyhara Karma Sumarma Prakashini Kama Satyhara Tattva Jnana Vikashini Vidya Brahma Para Om Jai Bhagavat Gite
Om Jai Bhagavat Gite
निश्चल भक्ति विधायन निर्मल मलहारे निश्चल भक्ति विधायन निर्मल मलहारे शरण रहस्य प्रदायन सब विधि सुखकारी ओम जय भगवत गीते माता जय भगवत गीते
जय भगवत गीते माता जय भगवत गीते
राग द्वेष विदारिणी कारिणी बोध सदा राग द्वेष विदारिणी कारिणी मोद सदा अभय हारिणी तारिणी परमानंद प्रदा ओम जय भगवत गीते माता जय भगवत गीते ओम
जय भगवत गीते माता जय भगवत गीते
आसुर भाव विनाशिनी नाशिनी तम रजनी आसुर भाव विनाशिनी नाशिनी तम रजनी दैवी सद्गुण दायिनी हरि रसिका सजनी ओम जय भगवत गीते माता जय भगवत गीते
ओम जय भगवत गीते माता जय भगवत गीते
हरे या कमल विहारिणी सुंदर सुपनीते हरे या कमल विहारिणी
सुंदर सुपने
ओम जय भगवत गीते
ओम जय भगवत गीते
माता जय भगवत गीते
माता जय भगवत गीते
कृष्ण जय भगवत गीते कृष्ण जय भगवत गीते बोली श्री गीता माता की जय श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय At this time, devotees, those who have flowers, please take a flower in your hand. We all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads. So we offer this humble prarthana at the feet of Shri Krishna Bhagavan once more, asking that Lord to shower choicest grace and blessings upon the departed ancestors. Today being the last day of Pitru Paksh, it's a very effective day to make offerings to our ancestors. We ask that Lord be kind unto them, be merciful, giving His blessings, His comfort, His love unto them. To all devotees who have taken the opportunity to make offerings on behalf of your ancestors, special blessings to all of you. And those who are a little hesitant, I do hope and pray that God gives that guidance to each and every one, that may we fulfill our duties, our responsibilities in our lives. Let us all pray, devotees. Om mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam janardanam yat pujitam maya devam paripurnam tarastu may. Om vahanam na janami visarjanam पूजं चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरं त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय हे सर्वशक्तिमान सच्चिदानंद निराकार निर्विकार सर्वधार सर्वेश्वर सर्वव्यापक अंतर्यामी अजर अमर नित्य पवित्र सृष्टिकर्ता को बारंबार नमस्कार है। हे परमात्मा, भविष्य वर्तमान दुखियों का कष्ट हरण करके सुबुद्धि को प्रकाश करके जिससे सबका मंगल होए। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। We offer this very beautiful kirtan at the feet of Shri Krishna, at the feet of Shri Radharani, asking them to shower blessings upon our departed ancestors. Radhe Radhe गोविंद बोलो रे राधे राधे
गोविंद बोलो रे
राधे राधे गोविंद बोलो रे
राधे राधे गोविंद बोलो रे
गोविंद बोलो भैया गोविंद बोलो रे गोविंद बोलो भैया
गोविंद बोलो रे
गोविंद बोलो भैया गोविंद बोलो रे
गोविंद बोलो भैया गोविंद बोलो रे
राधे 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 गोविंद बोलो रे
राधे राधे गोविंद बोलो रे
राधे 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 गोविंद बोलो रे राधे राधे
गोविंद बोलो रे
Before we do our Jaikar, I'd like all of us to join our voices as we offer this humble prarthana to Lord Krishna on behalf of our ancestors. Repeat after me. Om Anadi Nidhano Deva Shankha Chakra Gada Dhara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Pitri Moksha Prado Bhava. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. बोली श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. जय जय सीताराम. प्रेम से आसन लीजिए. Please have your seats. So devotees, please be reminded that as of tomorrow morning, the period of Sharad Navratri will begin. So devotees who are making offerings to Devi Mata, that can begin as of tomorrow morning. The period of Pitri Paksh comes to an end this evening, actually. So all offerings to Devi Mata can start from tomorrow. And it goes on until Mahanavami is on Monday, October the 3rd, which means next Sunday is Durga Ashtami for this period of Navratri. So next Sunday, we'll be doing Devi Mata Puja, Durga Ma Puja, and those who would like to make offerings to Durga Mata, we'll have that opportunity to join together. Those who cannot make it into the mandir and you'd like to make offerings, we'll have preparations made and special havan as well to Devi Mata. Those who can make it out to the mandir, we'll try to start our puja a little bit earlier to facilitate those who would like to make offerings here at the mandir. So once more, devotees, God's choices, grace and blessings to each and every one. Join with us next Sunday again as we continue our devotions. Until then, Jai Jai Sitaram.